Hello everyone, we'll be starting momentarily. Alright, that's set up. Stream is up. And we seem to be good connections, so... Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to another stream of Outer Worlds. You weren't expecting this, were you? Well, technically I did kind of say yesterday that we will play either Outer Worlds or a different game if we had it set up. I don't have another game set up, so we're going to be doing some more Outer Worlds, and we might possibly finish it today, depending on how long it goes. And then I'll have to try and find something for Friday instead. But we'll see. We'll see how long this goes. And hopefully we can find out what happens when we go to do stuff. Last time we had spoken to Administrator Akande, and now we got to go meet her after we falsely planted a bug. We're going to see what else she wants, which is going to be interesting. But without further ado, let's switch over to the game and get it started. Aye, Swordmaster. Where is it? Where is the game? Why is it not showing up? Oh, there it is. But how is everyone doing on this Thursday? For me, I am doing good because it's pizza day. Every Thursday is pizza day, so it's always a good day. Also, I think Restream changed up my chat because I'm seeing like the actual stream title now, which is different. Right, need to refresh that. Let's see if I'm actually on the game screen. It's pizza, pizza, pizza. Yes. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, sounds to be picked up. So yes, let us see what the administrator wants. Hopefully she isn't going to just suddenly be like, I know it was a trap, and I'm going to kill you now. And then we have to shoot her in the face, you know, and then I have to clean my clothes again. Outer World storm is approaching and might be ending. Yes. While I have mostly sort of been okay with the game, I'm looking forward to actually finishing.
So, sneak onto a lost colony ship and skip it across the system? What could go wrong?
Why are you shouting about it? We're literally in enemy territory. Would there be a sequel to this game? I believe they had already announced a sequel. Like some time ago. Whoa, the light's messing up there. I don't think it's supposed to go through the wall. Cool work, cool view though. I mean, there's Terra 2. There's its moon, I guess.
Rumor has it someone's pulling doubles until they retire.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
That was smooth. They're going to ask me to surrender my weapons again, aren't they?
Not so fast.
What's up?
All right, you're cleared. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Thank you.
Move along.
Hi.
You hear about that dissident working in that clothing store? This is why we've got to be vigilant.
It was not a dissident. They were just making clothes. The reflections on this place are a little out of whack. Where's the Earth? In a different system. I don't think we're anywhere near Earth. This place looks similar to the tower that's in Byzantium, which is on a different side. Wait a minute. This is the building on Byzantium.
How may I be of assistance?
Nothing. Hello there. Board mandate now. Or buy now. Board approved. Board sponsored. Alcohol. Akande's notebook. This notebook contains a collection of assorted quotation excerpts. Someone has left a bookmark on this page. Things fall apart the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack of all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Hold, world, everywhere drowned, worst intensity, hand. None of that rhymes. This is supposed to be like a poem, I guess? But it's not rhyming. You fail as a poet. Or whatever the word is. Alright, what do you want?
I admit part of me expected you
I
to
changed
stand by your
location.
old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts,
You look different
you are
on the
entitled to
monitor.
collect a reward from Percival.
Well, what's going to happen to him?
The signal you sent us is experiencing some interference. My agents will need time to isolate the problem. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I asked you here to discuss something far more important.
Then Wells?
I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must be
Infiltrated is a
shocking
strong word. It's more just
and
I just
disturbing.
walked in.
Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a
Edgewater already
breakdown
has
of
diseases.
society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more and nothing less.
Uh-huh.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, the disease, the starvation, will soon spread across Halcyon unless we act. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
By freezing everyone outside of Byzantium. We need to talk about the lifetime employment program. Yes.
I'll answer however I can.
You honestly don't believe all this lifetime employment nonsense, do you?
The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secret buried in the fine print. The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful.
No, it's not.
And most importantly, it will work.
I saw the presentation. Rockwell wants to sacrifice the colony to save Byzantium.
Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony.
No, it's
And
not.
as
It
long
doesn't
as
do
Byzantium
anything other than
survives,
make other people
Halcyon
suffer.
will one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the Lifetime Employment Program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for nothing.
This is the most asinine, reasoning for this. It's like, it will work. Byzantium is the center of the entire colony. It's like, it's not. Literally, all the other colonies is what's supporting to Byzantium, because that's where you get your stuff from. You know, your food, your water, whatever. And you take it all, and then you expect more, and when you don't get more, you're just like, oh, we're running out. All the colonies around us are dying because they don't have enough food, because we take it all, but we're not giving anything back. What are you talking about? We're the center. Without us, nothing would run. Bullshit. Look at Monarch. How long do we have?
We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. You must have noticed the signs in Emerald Vale. Malnutrition, disease, high mortality rates. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. Very soon, people are going to realize they're starving. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always believe that food is plentiful.
That's what the research in Roseway was all about.
I'm sure you remember Dr. Anton Crane. His research was instrumental in developing a powerful appetite suppressant.
Which didn't
The
work.
solution is a temporary one.
It just
Before
suppresses
long,
the
our
appetite. It
workers
doesn't
are going to
remove
feel
their
the
hunger
effects
or
of
their need for
starvation.
stuff.
The Lifetime Employment Program is our only viable option.
What does any of this have to do with me?
When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew I could rely on you. You've demonstrated your ability to place duty above sentiment. And you deliver results. That quality alone is enough to separate you from the board's army of indecisive bureaucrats.
Not a fan of the bureaucracy, Sophia?
Do you know how many meetings I have to sit through? How many papers I have to sign before I can make one decision? I'm only trying to rescue Halcyon from extinction.
At the detriment to everyone
I can't
else.
save this colony alone. I need someone capable of working outside the system. Someone who can get things done.
What's your take on all this?
When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray.
Because you don't
But
care
the more
about
I
the
thought about
colony.
it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate.
It's a pretty good argument for getting rid of the board entirely.
I admit, I occasionally fantasize about making an executive decision without having some tedious committee questioning my every move. Do you have any idea how much paperwork is involved in ordering someone's execution through the usual channels? It's positively maddening.
No more questions. Tell me why you wanted to see me.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater
Immediately,
needs to
you've
go.
just
I want you to
made
wipe
me
the
want to
town
not
out.
work with you at
No
all.
survivors.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony.
It's literally doing
I'd expect
better.
you to understand, Dr. Finhill.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
I don't understand. What did Edgewater do to deserve this?
You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary.
That is actually working for the
Adelaide's
people?
turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents.
Oh no!
These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down.
They are literally becoming
Now.
self-sufficient. That's what you're afraid of, that they're able to fucking live without suffering. You know, eating the crappy saltuna that was literally killing people because it's terrible. Why me?
Because right now you're the only person I can depend on. My hands are tied by endless rolls of red tape and bureaucratic limitations. Halcyon is going to collapse while the board hems and haws and debates minutiae. We need to act, and you're the only person with the wherewithal to do what's necessary. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon.
What?
Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed.
Adelaide's people are self-sufficient. They're not a strain on the colony's resources.
Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas.
You're the one that's
Left to
fooling
their own
yourself right now.
devices, their numbers will grow. Graham Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater.
It's completely insane.
No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical.
No, you're not.
You talk less like a human than mechanicals I've known.
I am responsible for every single human life in this colony.
Which you want to
Do you
freeze.
imagine I relish the thought of killing some of them to save the rest? Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done.
The answer is no.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
Go to hell.
I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Get ready!
Oh, okay. Bam! No one stands a chance. So I say no, and she's like, "Oh well, I guess I'll kill you."
To a lost colony ship and skip it across the system.
It's a bit late. You're telling that me again. You already said that. I think she died to one shot. I shot her in the head, and she just straight over just fell. Do I at least get my bits? What is my things now? Reputation. The board. They're scared of me! The employee is wanted by HR. Please report any sightings of this employee to management immediately. You are a kill on site to this faction. Vendor prices are increased by 25%. Kill on site. Jesus. Okay. Come at me, bro. Not Percival. I didn't get my money. So, I guess that's that. I want to check to see what could have happened if I did do it, because I didn't want to work for her. Wait. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to quickly see what I could have done, what could have happened if I just not said anything. Nah, doesn't seem like it. Well, anyway, that's that. She wasn't listening, and then she was like, "Oh, well, if you don't work with me, then I'll just try to kill you." And I'm just like, "No, you don't need to do that. Just, I just don't work with you." I mean, I guess technically I could have said I could do it, but just didn't do the quest.
Here they come!
Have you seen the memes or the funny videos on the PS1 Harry Potter game? Yes, I have. Scary Hagrid. I have played that one too. I remember really liking it as a kid. Probably wouldn't hold up now. Do you have anything new to say about what just happened?
I could probably spend years.
Nope.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
I mean, it was either that or I die.
Welcome back, Cap. How?
Well, time to go to the Hope.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
We got what we wanted, getting to take down the board. Well, we took one member of the board down. We still have all the other ones. But yeah, what's going to happen if I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra too.
Sounds
Or the
great.
sun.
The sun? That'd be cool. I think there was a thing. I think there's been like a sci-fi thing before where someone teleported into the center of the sun and they got teleported to another dimension or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where that was from, but we could try that. What was I doing again?
Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization. Are you breathing comfortably, Captain? I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
Tell me about the Hope.
The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold.
I know. I've got some people on there. Well, that's all for now. Let's go. Time to free the Hope. Free the Hope. Free the Hope. Anything new from you?
Something but
Nope. Let's go. It's probably a good idea to take an engineer and a freaking doctor because they'll be able to do anything. We've got the doctor for the people that's in stasis, and we've got the engineer for the equipment that's put them in stasis. And then you've got me, which can do everything because I am big brain. I've got the big brain here. Oh. This is from the intro. Whoa. It's literally only 3 floors and it's pretty much a straight shot. So off we go. Rubbish. Why is it telling me to go over there?
they got the drop on us.
Quincy Duncan. I wonder if they're shooting me just because I landed here. And I've got that scared reputation. Welcome to Dead Space. Yeah. Available functions. Patch. Reroute an auxiliary power supply or source to UDL-02's reactor. Power status report. Logs archived. Let's look at the logs. Pre-launch roll call. Captain Captain, First Mate, Navigation Officer, Chief Engineer, Medical Officer. Hunt Wilhelm, Hunt Donna, Torrego Rezi, Nolda Frank, Volkov Alexei. Hunt W. 10 years. Longest trip Donna and I ever took was a week-long sojourn into the Silver Mountains. Even that sat her on edge. She's our homebody, always was. She packed so much food so we could have been stranded out on those rocks for a month and we probably would have been just fine. UDL sent us on a team-building seminar in the city once. They paid for everything. Donna still packed nutrient bars just in case the bus broke down. It's going to take the ship 10 years to reach Halcyon, an entire decade. It's a good thing UDL provided the rations, else she might have dumped our life savings into mixed nuts and freeze-dried meats. Audio transcript. This is it, folks. Say goodbye to Old Blue, eh? Yeah, if anyone wants to. Good riddance. Why so bitter, Resi? She's been a good home. Give me a spaceship and any day of the week. Well, we'll see how you feel a year in. So, a moment of silence, or should we make it a toast? Anything? It feels weird leaving Earth in the rearview mirror. No, from now on, we only look forward. Okay. Status. Power status. UDL's reactor is in power save mode. Only life support is powered. Maintenance. Engines. 22,000 days overdue. Power regulators 22. Coolant. Security. Skip drive and janitorial all around about the same time. Microwave short-circuited after some idiot left his fork on his plate. Or macrowave. Macrowave clock has stopped. Macrowave is stuck on high power mode. Macrowave has stopped working entirely. Storage status. 99% capacity. 92% and 76%. Power is now being rerouted from the docking bay. Reactor is now in auxiliary power mode. So now patch aid into the Hope's communication system.
Let's hope we don't have to run in a hurry.
Nah, we'll be fine. We don't need to run. They are the ones that need to run. Box? Box. Hope Bridge keycard. Okay, I'll take that. Where is that guy that I saw? Here he is. He had a face and everything. I'm sorry, NPC. If I hadn't shot at a Kande, you probably would have talked to me. Most of these people probably would have been like, oh, you're not supposed to be here. Leave now. Can I actually... Yes, there's a way behind. Hello. Don't know why this counts as stealing. Steel UDL cartridge, plasma cut of gold. Engineer's log CE17. This whole starving to death thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. On the upside, the bathrooms are the cleanest they've been since we've left port. It's made my job a hell of a lot easier. Thurston Stallworth. Okay, why is that in here? I also saw a ladder. Where does that go? Up here, I guess. Do? This does remind me of Groundbreaker with the layout, which I guess is the point. Like, here's his door again. That's just barred shut. Words are hard. Current status, sentry status. Set targeting systems to UDL employees. Sentries will open fire on anyone identified as a UDL employee. UDL assumes all risks to company assets and personnel. Do you wish to modify targeting parameters? Continue. Targeting parameters accepted. Very good. Should make our life a little bit easier. Sprat!
Can we talk?
Yes?
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra-2's orbit right under the board's nose?
I trust Phineas.
Something tells me you're the first person to ever utter those words, Captain. I think this whole plan's insane. But it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive.
That's the whole point.
Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme?
I don't know which. I don't know if I choose one of these ones, then it won't let me choose this one because I want to know her reasons too. Well, I'll go with the second one for now. The people of Halcyon deserve a chance. So do the colonists of Hope.
Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies. But I think you really mean it. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they going to pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just going to leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy?
We'll pull together. I'm confident in that.
You're too trusting, and I'm gonna remember that when I negotiate for my cut of our reward, okay? Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
No. What about what? Stop going behind me.
Yeah, huh?
I thought you'd have something to say. Ooh, storage. Engineers log CE29. Finding a lot more blood around the ship lately. This must be the clumsiest crew on record. You know how hard it is to get bloodstains out of steel hull? I'm going to run out of antiseptic wash. With the amount of time I've spent on these floors, I'd better have a promotion waiting in Halcyon. Chief Custodial Engineer sounds fine to me. Thurston Stallworth. Okay. It's me. Robert. I work here. My name is Robert, yes. Unauthorized access will result in an immediate termination. Message exchange. Hey, Rez. Yeah, bored up for a round of torts? Yeah, but I've got bridge duty. I'll come up. Buzz in? Or buzz me in? Sure, don't cheat this time. Listen, it's not cheating if you don't get caught. I'm expecting the jet in the deck all the same. Okay, you know what? I will find Alexei and play with him instead. Automated transcript. Oh my fuck. Shh, sorry, it's hard to be quiet. We'll try. If we get picked up by the computer, we're on record forever. Is that so bad? I've got someone waiting for me on the pods, Alexei. This is one trip thing. Ah. Okay, that's a weird conversation. And I'm wondering if it's more than just a simple conversation. I cannot go this way. We do have a third floor, which is only accessible over here. So I will go this way.
Reminder, for uniform maintenance will result in...
Transcript 1268. Look, Captain, this is what I was talking about. We're slowing down. Resi, pretend for a second that when I look at your screen, all I see is unintelligible math. Okay. See this line? That's us. This one, that's where we should be. This one, that's where we're going. We're off course, and I think it's because we're... What the hell was that? I don't... Will, what's going on down there, Frank? I was going to ask you the same damn thing. The engine just brazed. Who hit the brakes? Go ahead, Frank. Right, some of you know the ship dropped out of faster than light travel. We got to spin up the skip drive again. Why are we talking about talking instead of doing? It ain't that simple, you hull head. Frank, sorry. If I could just hit a button and skip us back to the speed, I would, but Nav's got us plot a new course. Yes, dropping to sublight speed means we're quite a ways off course. The navigational computer will be helpful, but it will take... Well, I don't know how long it will take. I have to get this right. Any errors and we could fly through a planet or a star. Plus, we'll need to count up the fuel reserves. If we try to skip without the energy we need, we'll... Shit, I'm not sure. I think we'll just explode. I'd rather not explode. Well, what if we don't have enough fuel? Then we fly slow. And how long will this take? I don't know yet. I need to run the numbers, but we'll deal with that problem when it comes. For now, Frank, see to the fuel. Resi, assume he can get us back to the skip space and plot a course. Let's go. The UDL mantra has always been prevention. If you don't have problems, you won't need to plan for dealing with them. Before I was assigned to this ridiculous journey, I ran budgets for galas. How much does it cost to staff an ocean liner? How much food do we need? I always put safety precautions, lifeboats, sick kits, flares, whatever I could think of in a separate category for the rest of the budget. In my gut, I knew I should plan for them. I think I got that from Donna, but my boss always redacted them. Why spend money on emergency supplies when we could spend more money on not having any emergency in the first place? Hire a better crew, build the ship out of better materials, find a better accountant. From pleasure cruises to colony ships, I guess nothing changes. They gave us 10 years of rations and we've used 9 of it. Resi is saying it's going to take us 26 years to get to Halcyon. We can't spin up the skip drive. Any way I carve this up, somebody's going to starve. Roll the F. I want this on record. We're fucked, and it ain't because of the equipment. The skip drive is toast. I don't know what the hell happened, but it ain't even getting to prelim cyclo boosters. Captain says we got a food for a year. Rez says it's going to take 26 to get there on STL. Back home, I saw folks lose their mind going hungry for a week. A week? We ain't going to last a bloody month if we don't figure something out. Oh boy. So they did have people that were up trying to fly the ship and everything for the past 10 years. Well, while they were flying up fast for the 10 years. There is a bunch of destroyed robots. I am wondering if there is anything down there. Should I even check it? Yes.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself.
That's weird. It should be. The statement is false.
Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
Everything I say is false.
Error. Paradox prevention has temporarily disabled this unit's auditory processing. Thank you for your cooperation.
Works every time. It's a good thing I came back in here because there's a terminal. Darling, I just had a frightening epiphany. What's wrong? I just realized that we'll be nearing our 50s when we arrive in Halcyon. Yes, but our Lucas, when they wake him up, he'll still be 6. By the time he's out schooling, we'll be nearly 60. I feel as though time is being stolen from me. We'll work on the ship, and when it graduates, we'll see him again. I hope so, Will. You gotta help me, Alexei. I'm gonna go mental. What's the problem? It's the food. Our rations? Are you having digestion issues? No, I hate Boar Doctor. I hate it. I can't spend the next 10 years eating it. I thought you had an actual medical problem, Frank. I do. It's disgusting. Get back to your post. You're wasting my time. Come on, there's got to be something you can prescribe. You get used to it or you'll starve. Up to you. Wow. Such a dick. Come out. Go back in. And now I've got my 3 chances back. Speed. Speed on through. Right, north is a dead end, so I guess we'll just go left. Tunnel? Oh, I get it. We could have come down here and just gone through the door. It makes sense. No one? You saw no one.
Error.
Ah!
Crew data not found. Identify yourself.
Statement is false. Everything I say is false. And now I'll wait for it to go away so I can close the door. You'd think that when there's no one around, it wouldn't reduce my whatever. Hey, this is where we were kept. Continue. Status. Current pod count, 9,999. It used to be 1,000, and then I was taken out. Pod removal. Occupant Celeste, removed by unknown crew member. Unknown crew members. Unknown. Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep them from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful. That's what he said at the beginning of the game. Oh! Mind blow. It's like...
seeing this place again.
Alright, it kind of looks like there's stars in there, which is kind of cool. Howdy. Logs. Automated transcript 2643. Begin audio log. Is this thing working? I said begin audio. Damn it. This is P. Wells. Yes, let's go with that. Work continues on test subject 112. Retrieved from hibernation bay 8. Time of extraction, let's say 2.5 hours ago. Time of death 6 minutes prior. Explosive cell death, my arch nemesis, haunted my every attempt at reviving our frozen colonists, making a mockery of my procedures. I tried every combination of every chemical available to me, attempted every variation of every possible thawing procedure, a gradual melt, a flash thaw, extremities first, brain first. Don't know how much more of this can take. 4 hours of sleep is the less 2072. Can you still hear the screaming in my nightmares? Test subject 112, real name Harley Stanton, age 39. Enjoyed singing. I'm sorry, Harley, I couldn't save you. 2643. Begin audio log as soon as I say the words begin audio log. What a ridiculously inconvenient program. What happens if I just accidentally say the phrase audio log? Don't know why I'm talking to a frozen colonist. You're losing it, Phineas. Focus, focus. Come on, make the incision. There we go, excellent. Well, my frigid friend, you disobeyed the moratorium on ingesting food 36 hours prior to hibernation, didn't you? Thank the law for disposable gloves. Steady now, steady. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Dan Slippery Scalpel. Who makes these anyway? Spacer's choice. Alright, I've got no choice. I'm going in. Why did he record that? Just begin communications with the unreliable.
Can you hear me, Captain?
Yes.
I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now.
Okay.
Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry.
Authorized
File not
personnel.
found.
I can do one.
I see you located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it?
Most likely, yes. There we go. Alright, so there's the thing we need to take up, which is going to go up there, but I want to check over here first. Mine. It's a super sprat!
That does it. Time for a drink?
Now it's a dead sprat. Gotta be something of worth in here. Well, they're just a bunch of stasis pods for some reason. Oh boy, a flamethrower inside a stasis pod for some reason. Cryostasis online, there's a picture of a zoo. Oh, hello. Old log entry. I don't know what in the void just happened, so I'm writing it down in case I'm going insane. Pulled a guy out of a pod and his arm got all clammy, rubbery almost. I poked at it for a bit and it started fucking liquefy. Or started to. Like it was made of water. Stuffed him back in quick as I could, but the rest of him ain't in a good way. Don't think he'll make it. This better not be a fucking trend, or after all this, we're going to starve anyway. Frank. Why did you take him out in the first place? Anyway, time to go up. Whoa. There's a skeleton. have been one of the people that were making recordings. Interstellar crew. Interstellar? I mean... Corporate technician. Why is half some of his health white? That's new.
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed?
Probably should.
No. That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
I don't know if we should be here, Captain. It should be private, shouldn't it?
We need to know what happened to them. Or at least I want to know.
Nice.
Continue. Automated audio transcript 2317. What is it, Resi? Captain, sorry for waking you. One of the pod alarms went off. I don't know what to do. Pod alarms, the colonists? Yes, see? I'll check it out, thanks. Hunt W. I'm writing this down because I'm not sure what to do, but I want the incident on record. One of our colonists has gone missing. Huh? The cameras in the pod's bay have been deactivated for I don't know how long. Rizzy helped me hook up another in secret. I've been checking in on it every morning, and today I discovered our chief engineer tampering with one of the pods in the middle of the night. I haven't confronted him yet. I'll collect more evidence before I do. I don't know why Frank would have started waking people up. We're short on food as it is. Okay, so yeah, we did read a message about Frank opening up a pod and then his arm went like, oh, liquefied. I should throw you out the fucking airlock, Frank. You should be thanking me for solving our food crisis. This is your solution? Sacrificing innocent people? What's going on? Resi, find Alexi. We're throwing Frank in the brig. What? Why? He's the one tampering with the pods. Oh, what? You're gonna spare her the grisly details? I ate them, Resi. You ate them? And I ain't apologizing for it. If we don't survive, they're as good as dead anyway. Oh no, I can't. I'm going to be sick. I'll just find Alexi. Okay. Okay, then. He was eating people. I've been talking to Frank. And how's the brig? Captain, he makes a kind of sense. Damn it, Alexi, not you two. Don't listen to that madman. What if your wife can't grow more food? What if it fails? Then we'll figure something else out. We're not cannibals. You haven't even freaking landed yet. Huh? Machine gun 2. This is just another room. There's nothing else in here. She's T-posing. No more tables.
I don't recognize you. Are you new here?
Yeah, I'm new. I've just, you probably shouldn't be talking to me. Corporate doesn't like us socializing on duty.
I'm just trying to make sure you belong here.
I was transferred here by HHC.
I guess you got a point.
Better get back to work.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
This one is someone else's. Hunty. Alas, Momochika. Or Mamoshka. I think that is. I failed. The tomatoes died on their stalks. Something must be wrong with the soil. We have a month of rations. The crew talks of cannibalism. My Wilhelm fights to bolster off their wilting spirits and to bar the way from those too far gone. At nights when my stomach grumbles, I fear I too might stray towards that dark path. But I think of Lucas asleep in his pod, and then I think of all those other sons, daughters, and mothers and fathers. If I wake up in Halcyon and my family have been devoured by these ghoulish men, I will steel my resolve. I will resist. The physical effects of starvation are well documented, but we never learned about the toll they take on your mind. The things you hold true become walls between hunger and satisfaction. The difference between right and wrong blurs. I told Frank we'd have to eat about a third of the colonists in order to survive our journey. When we still had rations, that seemed impossibly unjust. Tens of thousands of innocent people to save 24. Now I'm not so sure. Attention all crew. I don't know who let Frank Nolder out of his cell, but he is now an enemy of his ship. Anyone in league with him will be in prison for the duration of our journey. Anyone caught tampering with the cold storage pods will be frozen, and upon our arrival on Halcyon, you'll be turned into the authorities. I'm locking off cold storage bays. Frank, if you can hear me, there's still time to turn yourself in. Please. Lizzie, can you get us to Halcyon? I've been working on it. Can you get us there? I have to, Captain. Good. Meet me on the bridge. We'll make our last stand there. Wait, what about Donna? She Won't be joining us. What the hell happened? I'll fill you in when you get here. Hurry. Okay. Fuck. I can't believe this is happening. Wow. So literally most of the crew went crazy except for the captain and the engineer or something. What is that? Oh, it's just a security blade. I don't care about that. A hole in the wall? I'm kind of tempted to see where this goes. Ooh, secret room. Donna Hunt, personal log. Mama, Wilhelm, Lucas, forgive me. Frank offered me so tiny a piece. It tasted like... It doesn't matter what it tasted like. It was delicious. I loved it. Let it be known that I broke the lock to my personal quarters. Not Wilhelm. I'll die in here and that is my choice. Okay. So that's why it's sealed. There doesn't... it does continue.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
There is a...
So much like Groundbreaker. I knew they were sisters, but it's eerie. Like walking in another universe where we all died.
Anything worthwhile in here? Mine. We've checked pretty much all these rooms. Checked that room because it was sealed, so I guess we can just go to the ship, make it jump. I don't know if I want to go down here just yet. Do a quick save just in case I can't get back up. Ooh, pretty. Empty. And a ladder. Wow, that shortcut was so helpful. I got a lot of stuff from that. Just want to go down the other side just in case there's something else. Oh. Guess that's that. Time to activate the Hope skip drive. It's probably going to be like, actually, it's broken. You need to put more power into the ship and blah, blah, blah. Logs. 2580. Open the fucking door, Will. No. F. No, Nolder. You're killing us. Better you than the colonists. This is idiotic. If we don't keep the ship afloat, they'll die anyway. Unnecessary risk. Resi is plotting our course. The ship will fly true. You're gambling with hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and you're handpicking which few you'll consume in your madness. Damn it, Alexei. Find me a fucking drill. 2582. Captain, you hear that? Hear what? The drill stopped. Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe it broke. Maybe they're trying to get into cold storage. If they get through before they starve, they'll outlast us. Keep working, Resi. I'll take care of it. I think I'm the only one left. I don't know what happened to Captain Hunt down there, but he hasn't come back, and they haven't used the drill, and I'm done. The course is set. I'm down for my last day of food, and I don't want to die like Donna did. Fly true, Hope. Damn. Status. Power status auxiliary. Communication status auxiliary. Comms. Patch Ada through.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system.
I can tell.
It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
Let's ask Ada. Wait, before I do this, tell me, Ada, am I really doing the right thing?
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die.
That's great, Ada. Thank you. I needed that boost of 4%. I'm ready to skip the Hope.
Are you sure? Then That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive.
We got all through here, Ada. We might as well do it.
Also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Skip the Hope to Terra 2.
Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Here we go. I'm skipping it myself.
I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
In case I don't get another chance to say it, it's been interesting, Captain.
You're right. This is too complex. You do it. What do you mean? I want to do it.
Admitting a deficit? My, you never cease to amaze me, Captain. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
You got it. Engage. It's actually moving. Looks like we're about to fly straight into the sun. And the credits roll by and it's game over. Hey! You know, I get the feeling maybe we should have made sure there was no tracking thing on it. Lost and found.
Successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit.
Yay!
I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
I hardly felt a thing.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor? Certain levels of drollness are difficult for me to discern.
I get the feeling that we're probably going to find him, like, captured or something, and we'll have to save him.
Yeah. Huh?
You got nothing to say about us jumping? Why is Ellie the only one talking about this stuff?
Something on your...
Ugh, whatever. Let's go. I didn't kill you. What? Okay, I was going to say, where did the people go? There's still people. Skip drive equals warp drive. Indeed. I can't say words, apparently. We've got to leave. Ah, get out of my way, robot! It's probably fine that we're leaving these people alive, right? I mean, surely nothing's going to go wrong because we just leave these people working for the board just sitting around on the ship. I wonder if they noticed the skip. Possibly. If they've got like a tracking signal on the ship, they probably know exactly where this is now.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Captain.
Wait!
I shall replay the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? The fucking corporate swine! You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
Wow.
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Well, yeah.
How can I be of assistance?
You spoke to me. What are you talking about? Goodbye.
See you soon. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Let's get in there. Time to save us a doctor. If he's still here. Even with the defenses up, he still gets, like, fucking attacked. Possibly killed. No, nothing seems that different. Universal Defense Logistics official arrest receipt. As per official arrest protocol outlined in Defense Logistics Incarceration Documentation 43.21-6, the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official Halcyon court at the appointed date and time with this paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their name. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the reschedule of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur additional fees. Halcyon Court is not responsible for missed appointments that are a consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high-security containment location. Please note this is the only copy of the receipt that you will receive, and that it is your responsibility to have it with you when you appear for the registration fees. Okay, well. Oh, okay. I thought it was something new. So, what now? Corporate pigs. Oh! Oh! I need to... It's probably something to do with the actual pigs. Assist pig... Reminder, 14, remember at this time, absolutely vital, blah, blah, blah. You are not a sister pig. But this door's open now. Whoops. Keep picking up random stuff that's not good at all. Contingency plan activated. Publishing last will and testament. Please present login password to continue. I'll just hack. If you're seeing the screen, I, Phineas V. Wells, have been perniciously kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the perfidious and cowardly government of Halcyon in the prison fortress of Tartarus. Oh, we're finally get to go there. If I have not been already executed for charges leveled against me, I hope the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work, or rescue me, preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and my belongings to the icy depths of the aether. If this is Celeste, I prepared an emergency care package located in a hidden panel. Unlock the panel from my terminal and claim its contents immediately. Personnel files. Phineas Wells, eyes only. First entry. The Hope made it to Halcyon after all, 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with an entire ship full of frozen colonists, so naturally they're going to leave them there. Corpus tells us revival is impossible. They've tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Balderdash. Cellular regeneration after long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm quite confident that I can find a way to revive the Hope's colonists, if corporate would authorize my requests. Frankly, I don't see why I need the permission of my employers to conduct experiments in the name of scientific advancement. What nonsense! Did Newton beg permission from his employers before discovering the 3 laws of motion? Genius is not beholden to the vicissitudes of bureaucracy. Besides, the Hope has a cargo of hundreds of thousands of colonists. The board practically expects a few to go missing. Second. 113 seconds. New record. Most of my subjects last 93 seconds on average, before total cellular liquefaction reduces them to several gallons of organic soup, 3 degrees above freezing temperature. 113 seconds of screaming. The subject was stronger than the others, but in the end his body failed to survive the revival process. He was my 12th subject to die. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Strictly speaking, I do know the Hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists. I've only experimented on 12. How many more experiments before I successfully revive a single subject? 1, 10, 100, 500? Statistically insignificant. If I experimented on 1 subject every month, I would not make a dent in the Hope's population in a lifetime. I can still hear the screaming. Trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating. Psychological toll, significant. On to subject number 13. I always suspected this would happen. The board finally discovered what I'd done and sent their headhunters to track me down, but they'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. I am. I regret what I've done, but I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging to the board forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They're the only people who can set things right, and I'm going to find a way to revive them, no matter how long I have to stay in hiding. I've got my notes with me, I have my equipment, and now I have this lab. It's time to return to work. Open panel. Where is this panel? It's over there. Ah, well, see? I told you. It was going to be inside a pig. Too bad I didn't need it in the end. Oh, this is his room. He has a sink and everything. Finn's Force. It is Finn's Force, Space's Choice, an N energy weapon. Okay. Phineas really likes to make weird weapons. Okay. Okay. Random thing to say, but sure. Tartarus Navki. Interesting. He just has this?
Real slick.
Where is this? Oh, this is the bathroom. Reminder, do not tap on the glass, seals loose. Well, I shot it and nothing happened. Well, time to leave. We gotta go to Tartarus and save Phineas now. What the hell was that? Sound like a dog. Reminder, subject may be unstable. Does he just have a lot of reminders everywhere to say random stuff? Tartarus, Tartarus, time to save the wells. Whee! I wonder how big this facility is going to be. And they also seem to be very... Like, Tartarus is reused as a name for prisons and stuff quite a lot.
As it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Well, folks, I ain't exactly keen on busting into a prison, but riddling board stooges with bullets does sound like a ride and a half.
I never got to know Doc Wells. We ain't friends or crew. But he's still one of us. He's the reason the boss is up and walking right now. We can't just leave him to die in Tartarus.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
I've been in worse. We can't abandon Phineas. We have to free him if we've got any hope of... Well, we have to free him if we have any hope of saving the colony.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
I got a plan all up here.
Do this. You should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak
That
into
feels like a
Portland,
flag.
You may be there a while. Or permanently.
Crew, what do you think about all this?
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
Bavarti's best
You're
girl.
asking for more than bravery
Still.
from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea. But I admire your bravado, Captain. Which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
I've beaten the odds many times. Me and odds go against each other quite frequently. I've done all of the side quests. I've done all of the main quests that I can do. Literally, the only thing left is just Tartarus. Let's do it, baby! Everybody strap in.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
You rub off on a lot of
Not
people.
recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Let's do it!
Something on your mind?
No, I just everyone stood up at the same time. It was kind of creepy.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be?
You don't want to say anything?
I request.
All right, let's do a save at the main. Save, and let's jump to Tartarus. You're about to assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of Halcyon Colony. Saves made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quests and downloadable content, DLC, such as Peril on Gorgon or Murder on Eridanos, will be unavailable for any saves made beyond this point. Already done them, so I'm fine. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Yes. As I said, I've done everything. Literally, the only thing I could possibly do would be buying and selling stuff. I think I got enough. Let's see if we can finish it today. Let's do this. Would you like to save? Yes. Let's save in a new save.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for
Typhon? Oh, I can't go to Typhon.
execution. Please be advised that electrical storms
Hard
on the
time.
surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
You promise not to leave without me?
I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours.
That's
Oh, speak of the devil.
a year, maybe? Maybe two?
Transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
What the hell is with you people and landing violations?
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708. not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
How do I know you're a real officer with under the helmet? Show me your biometric ID.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartar Stalking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
What?
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received.
Hey, I'm smooth.
Data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Just make sure no one goes on the ship and tries to steal it.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist.
Well,
it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Let's go. Tartarus ahoy! But yeah, Typhon's not a planet that we can go to. It's a gas giant with nothing on it. Raising inspiration unlocks special attacks for your companions to damage, distract, and destroy your opponents. It's too bad they suck most of the time.
The captain did right by us once. Now you have our turn.
Junlei?
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe.
What the fuck?
Come on, Mardak.
Well, okay then.
Protect the Groundbreaker!
Yeah, I could, you know, just let them do the fighting, but I'd rather help them than, you know, let them die. Ah, I'm dead. I mean, I could technically just go running in and just be like, yeah, you guys handle that.
The captain did right by us once. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardak.
The guy's drunk.
What? Guns ready, Captain. Are you new here? I didn't...
Are you talking while on shift?
Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please.
Everyone gets one mistake, just won't do it again.
Whew. Thank you.
How deep do you have to go? It's a 3-level thing. It is not as big as I thought it'd be. Now, is there a way to turn the robots against their master? Rotating password list. A list of something called a RAM. There are 3 columns, but only one is legible. The rest has been scratched out. Today's password is for the column is 1 Akande. There's passwords. Tower. The RAM. I don't know what it's talking about. I'm going this way. Geronimo! Oh boy. This place looks cool.
The prison have for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully the Mardettes will be fine though. It kinda sucked for them to all die because I just ran off and went and did to go down here.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
So we need to go to the far side. So we could go up and around, or we could go through all these buildings, which we probably want to do because there might be stuff inside them. Well, let's go this way. Hi, I'm a new hire. Don't worry about me. I work here now. Ah, no. God damn it. Oh boy, bits. I didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it. Filter. No, nothing. Damn it. I wish there was like a stealth takedown thing I could do. I'm a pick him.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were...
Whoops. Oh, talk about a ship. Your secret's safe with me. Oh, never mind, I didn't do anything. Let me check what's down here first. Glowing? Oh, it's got an explosive in it, that's why.
Keep your eyes out for this.
What we got in here? Another... Oh, I thought that was another password thing. I made it. No one can stop me. Oh, that's a lot of... This feels like a boss room. It's the pre-safe room before the boss, where you can buy everything. Well, let's repair everything. Yes. And then we can maybe upgrade some of these. Oh, come on. That's at least a little bit better. Well, here we go. To the pit. Whoa. This has 5 floors? What? Whoa, okay. Really is the pit.
Imagine being locked up and just the weight of all that stone and steel. Oh, it's making me sick.
Excess storage manifest. Dimethyl sulfoxide canisters. Huh. They must have, yeah, they must have took that back. Straight jackets. Blah, 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 blah. Continue. Our technical records. Hibernation chambers and LBR nth facility. Rodfield, Crane, and Geist, beginning with the requirement that every chamber receive a constant supply of, at minimum, 340 kilowatts. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Solitary Confinement Prisoner Manifest. Pod 1, Hague S, Position of Anti-UDL Communications. In duration 17. Is that days? Hours? Williams T, Inciting Violence, 31. In Black M. Is that Marion Black or someone else? In duration 5, random selection. Pod 2, error, unidentified, error. There is a thing over here. I'm wondering if using this, I'm able to turn things off. means I need money. Rotating password. RAM. Today's password column 3 is Borst. Hello? Melody?
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner.
Who are you?
Is that a joke? Y'all call me out to fix the FPS and now you're asking me who I am?
Don't jump it down my throat, I just got here.
Whatever. I need to fix this before I get in trouble, so stop bothering me.
I don't know what an FPS is.
Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went
How about you don't
a
fix
little
that?
haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you?
Nothing. UDL is not responsible to harm caused by FPS to any personnel, nor to any personnel human resources. The FPS is only used in emergency situations. Proper utilization of the SPS will not confer punitive action on its user, even in the event of injuries. As this system utilizes a powerful steam-based deliveries mechanism, please alert your nearest mechanical engineer that the system's valves will need replacing after every use. Deliver it. That requires an authorization password. Damn. Do you know what the password is? Hey, this time was asking me for a passcode. Do you know it?
Of course. Why?
I need to use it, and I'm going to stand here and annoy you until you give it to me.
Oh, for law's sake. Fine. Just don't go shooting up the place with gas, all right? The password is tartar sauce. One word. All lowercase. Have at
it. My big brain is too much for these people to handle. Deliver. Authorized UDL personnel will be wise to avoid the gas areas now being flooded with neurotoxins until the deployment is complete. I don't see anything. Nothing. They all dead now? There's a hole in the wall? Oh, yep. Oh, fine. Right. Well, I don't need to go up there. I need to go on the other side because that's where the elevator is. Although, there is a bridge that just connects the two places, so I could just go up and go around. Don't mind me.
What was... Are you new here?
Blah, blah, blah. I work new shift. Everyone gets one mistake. They're dead. Oh no. Who could have done this? Going up? Don't going down. I guess not. Oh boy. There is another thing over there.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base.
Zora Blackwood. Oh boy. Where am I going? Okay, round.
Hold it.
Hey, I can't help look the way I look.
No, I meant your uniforms. There's something about it.
I stole some polish off one of the prisoners.
Ah, damn. Lucky you.
No problem. Don't mind the people being shot on the other side of the room. They're just having fun. Wait, what? I'm off the map. What? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Okay, well.
Something's not right.
Catch me if you can.
Hold on.
Do you know every single guard who works here? Come on.
Of course I do. It's one of the rules. Who the hell are you?
Fine, I'm carrying out a secret inspection and you just failed one of my tests.
You are? I mean, I am? Oh, no. I was just following protocol. I'll get out of your way. Please, don't put this in your report.
I'll think about it. Unseal door. Recording equipment? Barber's stool? People of Halcyon, don't listen to the masters. They are lying to you. Messages. Cameras. Jim, I'm trying to get straight with the Kande's orders. Only a few things got more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about the cameras. She says security footage ain't enough. They want proper reels. What's going on? W. Cameras. She's bringing her VIP for internment. Security's ramping up too. Sorry for the inconvenience. There's a mess down here. Said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush-hush, but I guess this VIP's on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track some down. Jim. Reread cameras. Jim, appreciate. You know her. We missed a check on the list. It's our heads. We have no idea how tough it was getting a fucking green tarp. Okay. An assortment of adhesive notes. It appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. You could just say sticky notes. A couple of the more intelligible notes. Rockwell visits to do. Confiscate badges. Done. Reprint badges. Change maintenance locks. Order new locks. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Update docking authority with new lockdown procedure. Intake bottles 5, 6, 21, weapons 4. Nothing else? Oh boy. More elevators. Let's go. Look at the fighting going on. It's a good thing I've made friends with people, isn't it?
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So
oh wow, look at them all. Keep doing your job. You're doing well.
Really doing this, huh?
Yeah.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
I'm surprised we got this many people coming anyway. I thought we were going to do it on our own. I didn't think we'd get other people coming in. Here we go. I got the feeling someone's going to come on this screen. Oh, there we go.
All you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your
Chairman Rockwell
has doomed Halcyon.
Doomed? Phineas and I are saving the colony.
That crackpot's plan is ludicrous. We have steps, action items, budgets, and reports. All he's got is a guilty conscience and lofty dreams. In any other
he has experiments that have evidence.
I admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
You want one to mince words, huh?
Psychopathic outlaws don't deserve the time. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself.
I'm not waiting for anything. The colony needs saving right now.
Is that what you think you're doing? This path of wanton societal disruption? You call that being a savior? I call it sabotage. You know what saboteurs get, Captain? Summary executions. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
I'm sure we can talk about this, Rockwell. Let's work something out.
Absolutely not. Akande was always the sociable one, not me. Need I repeat the magic 2 words?
Fine, I'll be there before you know it. Well, We got a robot to fight, apparently. They've got stasis pods here. Ram. Alright, let's see if we can deal with this robot. Why is there a door here? Howdy, Ram. Hey. Okay, no talking then. Get behind him. Okay, maybe don't get behind him. I can't use it on him. They all died as soon as the main one died. Well, that was I'm not gonna lie, that was easy. That was very easy. This gun isn't even that great or that strong, but I guess the lightning mods do it. Well, let's go say finish, shall we? That took like what? 2 minutes? It's kind of funny that they're giving us passwords and they're like alluding to this powerful thing, and then I get in it and you think like, oh, you got to use these passwords. No, you just shoot it in the face and then it dies. It didn't stand a chance. You were saying? Talk to me. He's like in the middle of saying something and I just shoot him in the face.
Get me out of here.
You got it. Be Phineas.
You don't know how glad I am to see you.
Cutscene?
You
Conversation?
lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Sometimes you've got to be a little crazy to come up with plans like mine. It's just how you operate, man. You know I wouldn't let anything happen to you, Phineas.
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
As far as we're aware, yeah.
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only...
What if the sequel deal with Earth?
Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Wait, hold on. I need to ask you something.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
What do you think happened?
I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
You mentioned a frigate disappearing. Couldn't we just make a skip drive and just do that again? Just won't take 75 years or whatever.
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
There's something else. I know about the colonists, Phineas.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
Well, he was doing it for the good. He wasn't doing it like the board where they're just doing it because they want to control everything. I'll say I forgive you, Phineas. I mean, without you, I'd be dead anyway.
Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now.
An invasion or rebellion happened to Earth, possibly.
Questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
Either that or they completely forgot about us out here. Yeah, I don't have any more questions. We've got work to do.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time.
Probably start with the food issue first.
And I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend?
Well, I'm good. I'm good at charming people. I'd be great. I'll do whatever I want all the time. You can count on me. I'll help you revive the colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Lifetime employment program ruined. Chaos and Tartarus. Okay, I have to read this. Okay, never mind.
Everything in the universe happens according to
it's a New Vegas slideshow.
But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history.
You literally got the subtitles there saying she.
Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon.
Who is speaking?
The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks.
Yeah!
Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together.
Probably not. It's probably a good thing.
McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence.
Yeah! Go Junlei!
Gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon.
Good.
While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
Oh no.
It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter.
Hey.
And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time.
Hey, yeah!
Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon.
Hey, we actually made a cure. That's great.
Of everything, the Gorgon asteroid
people actually getting hurt, like fixed up again.
Of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board.
Good.
Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery.
The fact that it's in the glass.
To time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life, Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from
Like I said, she can work for me anytime she wants.
The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both.
Wow.
After a brief
So
attempt
helpful.
at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care.
Oh, you got milk now.
The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably.
Oh, that's nice.
Although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her
Probably a
business
good thing.
drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path.
Wasn't she supposed to be in prison?
Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity.
What?
The Prophet was not among the bodies.
She's supposed to be in prison.
Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony.
I mean,
No
technically, it kind of just
celebrations in the
happened.
streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures
That is a
aboard
nice
the
shot.
Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace.
Good on him.
Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed.
Of course she did.
The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart.
Woo, go!
Mioka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation.
Cool.
The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon?
I barely took him with me because he didn't have any story.
Contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony.
Okay.
Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry.
Yeah.
Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived.
Nice.
Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement.
Thanks to me.
Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future.
See, I brought hope to everyone from the Hope.
The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster.
And that's smart.
The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of
I swear, if they still call me
countless
Hawthorne at the end of it.
years to come.
All's quiet in Halcyon for now. Okay. And there we go. That's the Outer Worlds finished. That was I'm gonna get out of this just in case I get copyright for that music. But yeah, it was great. It's fun. I think the ending's pretty fun. Oh, it's not pretty fun. The ending was nice, having all the finding out what happened next. I always have a negative opinion on slideshow endings. I don't like them. I think they're cheap and lazy way of doing things. And usually it's mostly used when someone wants to make something quick and easy without putting the effort because they don't have time to do that. Which, in my opinion, I think this game, it has a lot of, in that it feels that the people that were making the game were forced to be quick about making the game. They weren't given enough time because there are bugs still. There's quests that are sometimes not working properly. Like you saw when I went to Gorgon, there was a quest I couldn't do fully or a way I wanted to because there was a bug with an NPC that I couldn't talk to about it. So I had to do the other way. But I like being able to see what happened to the people afterwards, knowing that, you know, my character's the best and everything, you know. But overall, Outer Worlds, it's all right. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a good game. It's enjoyable. It's like I said when I first started it. The whole thing is that it tries to be funny too much, too often. Like every single moment has been like, oh, I've got to be funny. It's got to be funny here. We've got to have a snappy thing. We've got to make jokes. We've got to make everyone be funny in some way and make it so outlandish that people will find it funny. You know, it was too much. There were times where it got too much for it to be like, okay, I'm not taking this game seriously at all, and I'm not enjoying myself because of that. and trying to tell a joke when there's a serious moment going on, like, completely destroys that moment. Sometimes it's funny, yes, sometimes it can be funny, but they pushed it too much. That's the real issue with the game. And then for some reason, at the end, like the ending, it's like suddenly it gets very serious. There's no more jokes. Everything's just serious all of a sudden. And then here you go, here's a slideshow where nothing funny's said. And it's just like, it tries to be funny the entire game. And then the last like 5 minutes, it just goes completely like no jokes. Like, what? I would prefer it if it was that way. Like there were jokes spread about. And then it got serious, because then it wouldn't feel like such a tonal whiplash. But because it went from being completely funny to suddenly very serious, it's just like, what? But yeah, I think this game is not going to win any points or any awards for having like, oh, this game has the best combat in the game in like RPG systems, and it's very long and has all the stuff you'd expect in an RPG game and all that stuff. It is a standard RPG game that you could get from any other game. It is very short, to the point of actually being too short. Without the DLC, I think we would have finished this quite a few streams ago, because I literally just stopped doing the main story and just focused it on the DLC. The DLC adds to it, so without those, it feels like the game would have been too short and I would have liked it less. Again, I do think the DLC are much better than the actual main game, which is weird. As I said, the Gorgon DLC, I liked the music with that one, and the story in that one was fine too. And even if it was kind of obvious. And the Oridanos DLC was fun. It was interesting because you got to be a detective, and being able to play that was kind of cool. And trying to figure out stuff. And it's weird that the DLC is better than the main game, because usually it's the main game is good and then the DLC makes it better. They were just better than the game. Like I said, there are issues. I do think the combat definitely needs work. I don't like the fact that they had multiple different types of the same weapon that just did not look different in any way. It got like Mark 1s, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, Ultras, Golds, Titaniums, Platinums, and it's like, just make an easy to understand upgrade system. Like a Mark 1 is not as good as a Mark 2, and a Mark 3 is not as good as a Mark 2 is not as good as a Mark 3. And then, keep going up in that segment. Don't go suddenly adding in Golds and Platinums. Go Mark 4, Mark 5, make it make sense. And it's not like just confusing about what's what. And if you're going to create multiple weapons, make sure they actually look different. Like a Mark 1 should not look like a Mark 4. Otherwise, it's just lazy. It's lazy when you've got like the same. The armor is the worst thing, okay? The armor all looks the same. They're just different colors of the same thing. And some of them look downright awful. It is awful. Although being their first game on their own seems okay. See, that's the thing. This isn't the first time making their own game. Like, this is Obsidian. Obsidian, like, has developers from the people that made Fallout, that created the original Fallout 1 and 2. So, and they've been making games for years. They did one of my favorite games, which is Knights of the Republic 2. That's my favorite game of all time. One of my favorite games of all time, anyway. But yeah, it's just, this game has issues, and there are too many of them to just overlook it. But if you can just deal with those and just keep going, then you can get some enjoyment out of this. There were points where it got to me too much, where it was like, it felt like the logic behind people's reasoning just did not make any sense, and it just frustrated me that people were like, yeah, this is normal, or, this is accepted behavior. It's like, no, it's not. No one would accept this behavior. Even people in this kind of fucking mindset would think, actually, you know what? That's actually kind of bad. It's just like, what? It just, there were times where it took me out of it because it was going too ludicrous. But it sounds like that I really disliked the game. I did not. It's just that because I liked it to a degree, I have more complaints about it because I liked it. If that makes sense. Like, I want it to do better. So hopefully the sequel, like Swordmaster said, hopefully in the sequel they have a better budget and that they give more time to the developers to make the game. Because I can't remember exactly, but I think there was a different publisher for this one, but the sequel is being published by, or being paid by Microsoft. So there definitely should be a bigger budget for that. It's just, corporations are corporations. They might be like, oh, we're going to give you all this money, but you got to do it in 10 months. Man, you gotta feel sorry for Obsidian sometimes because they get pushed to incredible, like, ridiculous timelines sometimes. Like, I like Knights of the Republic 2, but that game was fucking rushed to fuck. Like, BioWare did not give them enough time for that game. Same with Bethesda with Fallout New Vegas when that game was like rushed to hell, and that game practically did not work on release. It's still very buggy, and people have to actually mod it to make it work. But the thing about Obsidian games is that they make good stuff. And I think out of all of the games, this is probably one of the weaker ones that they've made, which is unfortunate, but we'll see how their sequel goes. Last thought, if I had to give this a rating out of 10, I'd give it... I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It is not bad, but it doesn't push anything in like the RPG section. It's very standard. It doesn't have anything that's like, oh, wow, this is amazing. It's just, it's normal. You enjoy it, but you're not like, oh, wow, I can't wait to play this game again or something like that. It's just like, oh, yeah, fine, it's fine. But yeah, this is a 5 out of 10. It is an experience that we went through, and I just hope the rest of y'all enjoyed it. But that is The Outer Worlds finished for today and finished for streaming. I'm going to have to replace 2 games now to see what I can think of. Like, tomorrow I've got to try and find another game to replace this one that would have done it. So I have to try and find something I've got that we haven't streamed yet, which is going to be fun. I've got to get that all ready. But yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you all enjoyed. Let's switch over to the end screen because we are finishing now. So thank you all that managed to make it today. Hope you'll enjoyed the stream and the series. Regardless of the complaints I had and if you're bored of me like interrupting stuff, but I hope you enjoyed it regardless. And as usual, like, follow, subscribe. If you want to help support me, there's links to Patreon or tips. If you do help me, you show up in this end card, just like Hiro Rukani, who I thank you continuously for your support. And yeah, until tomorrow, y'all take care. Have a nice night. Thanks for joining Swordmaster, and I'll see you all tomorrow with whatever game I end up managing to get ready for that day. So until then, y'all take care.